Yay! In the first episode, I made my first set of colored leather armor. In my series, every person that subscribes to me causes me to have to make another leather armor set, but each set has to be dyed a unique color for it to count. Since last episode, I've gotten 100 more subscribers. That's crazy! Some subscribers in the comments have requested that their armor be made a specific color, so in this episode, I want to try to make all their colors. Since I want to make some farms to make this process more efficient, I've got to look for some spruce trees. When I was looking for cows and horses last episode, I came across some spruce trees over here, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Now that I have enough tree samples, I want to check the desert for a lava pool. If there's one there, it will make my plans so much easier. No, I don't see a lava pool here. That means I have to find a lava pool underground then. I went back to the village and I dropped off my important items before searching for a cave. In this version of Minecraft, there is an X-ray glitch that you can do with a composter and a block that's affected by gravity. In this case, I'll be using sand. After a short time, I was able to find a huge cave with a lot of lava pools. It was just what I needed. I'm going to start digging down right here, and I'll dig into that mineshaft I saw nearby. I safely made it to the mineshaft, and I found an iron vein. Even though I had leather armor, I couldn't use it, so I was armorless. I decided before going any deeper into the cave, I would make myself a set of iron armor. I made the armor and continued looking for a cave that would take me to the lava pool I had seen earlier. Then, right when I'm looking over a cliff that drops into a lava pool, a silverfish starts attacking me. If I attack the silverfish, it will just spawn more, and it could cause me to fall, so I run. After escaping the silverfish, I find my way down to the lava pool, and I decide to check out the nether before mining for redstone. I get a lucky spawn next to a crimson forest and a soul sand valley. These are both the biomes I needed to find. Instead of preparing more equipment, I decided the nether wouldn't be that bad, and I started looking for a specific glitch. In the version I'm in, the nether has many glitches. One is very helpful. The game's code would accidentally spawn nether fossils too close to the nether roof, and it will break a hole right through the bedrock layer. If I find that glitch, it will make traveling the nether so much easier for me. However, there is another glitch in the nether that I definitely don't want to get. In 20W11A, the version that I started the series in, hoglins could spawn or grow up with a negative attack damage. The issue is that this glitch had a 100% crash rate. So if this happened to me, it would cause so many holes in my plans. Anyways, to find a glitched fossil, I had to mine as close to the nether roof as I could. I had tested this many times in creative worlds, and it seemed like this glitch was very common. Yeah, I was totally wrong. After an hour of no success, I decided to get an ender pearl and glitch to the surface without obsidian for a portal. I had to have confidence that I would find a glitched fossil, because if I didn't, then I'd be stuck on the roof of the nether. Luckily, I found a few, and I chose the closest one to my portal. Or so I thought. Not only was the exit I chose over a huge drop into a lava pool, but I had also forgotten to write down my portal codes. I was lost. Sorry, I had to stop recording so I could see the codes to the portal. Now with the codes, I slowly made my way back to the portal. After spending so much time traveling through the Soul Sand Valley, I can say for sure it's my least favorite place. Ghasts and skeletons spawn in 20W11A way more than they do in newer versions. I swear they do. I make it back through the portal and I start mining for the redstone. Now that I have quartz, I can make many more redstone components and farms. I make my way back to the village, and I make sure the villagers are still there. Luckily, all the villagers survived. I feed all the villagers and start making an iron farm. As I wait for night to fall, I come across a strange situation. A wandering trader stuck in a well, being spit on by its own llamas. I put the villagers into the iron farm quickly, and I put a zombie into the farm too. I waited for the iron farm to start working, but it never started working. Well, since that iron farm didn't work, I guess I need to make a second one. This time, I'll make it in the sky instead of underground. While I waited for the iron farm to start working, I started making a mob grinder. Not only did I need lots of bones for growing flowers for dye, but I also needed bone meal to make the white dye, which includes gray and light gray dye. I bet you can guess what happened next. The second iron farm failed too. So I had to make a third farm. At this point, I felt like giving up, but I really needed iron. I finished the mob grinder and AFK for 10 minutes to see how it does, and suddenly, my iron farm is working. I was very happy. I used the iron I got from the farm to make a zero-tick cactus farm and an auto collection system for my mob grinder. Since my next step will involve AFKing for a few hours, I farmed all the mega spruce trees and I planted more so they would grow while I AFK'd. Despite how it may seem, I was actually doing something while I was AFK. Sadly, I'm still in school, and doing videos like these take time. I usually have to do homework, so yes, I was doing homework for the entire time I was AFK. Just like a legend once said, stay in school, kids. It makes you better at PvP. When I finished AFKing, I checked on the iron farm. Yep, it was broken again. On the other hand, I did get lots of bones from the mob grinder. I stole the lava from the iron farm and tried to make a cobblestone generator with it, but I managed to make it incorrectly and I had to go back to the caves to get more lava. I finished the generator and I got a decent amount of cobblestone. Then I went to the jungle to pick up some bamboo. I wanted to make a bamboo farm so I could make scaffolding. Since I had some free time, I tried to fix the iron farm. However, I can't tell you if I fixed it because now I'm going to the nether. I couldn't find the original path I used to get back to the portal from the nether surface, so I decided to make a second path. One thing I can tell you is this path was no better than the first one. I just know I'm going to love using this diagonal path that's 200 blocks long. It didn't take me long to find a crimson forest biome, and I'd say the large pillar helped me out a bit. It was finally time for me to start making the leather farm of my dreams. Using a tutorial as a reference, I made something that resembles the original but is not as good. I love the design choices I made with the splotchy wood and the netherrack look, just beautiful. Since I accidentally made the farm smaller than the example, it would make it twice as dangerous because I'm guaranteed a greeting from a hoglin whenever I check my chests. I made an AFK platform and I checked the chests after a minute or two, and it impressed me how much more efficient this farm was than asking horses for directions. Based on how much leather and pork chops I got the first time, I would have to check the farm every 2 hours of AFKing to make sure that the chests did not clog up. One of these times, I got attacked by a ghast, causing me to be terrified whenever I AFK'd. After 10 hours of AFKing, I had enough leather to craft all of the armor sets, but ironically, I didn't have enough chests, so I had to steal some from the farm. For 250 sets of leather armor, it filled about 50 chests in all. So if I were to make all of the armor, or 2,600 sets, it would be about 500 chests full of leather armor. Trying not to think too much into the amount of armor I had to dye, I started making as much pink and white dye as I could. Sadly, I had a limited inventory when going into the nether, so I decided to dye armor in between pink and white. And once done, I would take the last 2 armor sets and make a purple and orange one for both of these comments. One issue. I had no idea what the recipes for those colors were, and I had no idea how many colors can be crafted with just pink and white dye. For all I know, it's nowhere near 250. With some research, I was able to find an example of how the Minecraft dye color system works, and I made code that would take both pink and white and find all the possible colors those two can make together. As for the recipes, I used a website that was made by Anrar4. Without their site, I wouldn't be able to dye anything. I put a link to everything I used in the description, so check them out. With all the information I needed, I started to dye all the armor. Each set was its unique color, but just looking at the sets, it wasn't easy to tell that they were different. After making the first 35 sets, I decided to take a short break. When I returned to continue making the other 200 plus sets, my game suddenly crashed. When I got back into the game, I was worried I may have lost all of my progress, but everything looked fine. Then, suddenly, the game crashed again. I knew exactly what was happening, the exact thing I had worried so much about but had forgotten. A baby hoglin had spawned inside my player entity area. An area around the player where entities stay spawned until they die or until the player moves too far away. But when this hoglin had grown up, it had a glitched negative attack damage. No matter what I tried, I couldn't find a way to despawn this hoglin. All I can hope for now is if I update my game to the newest version, that my world won't be corrupted. However, by updating, I would be breaking my 0-tick farm, and I would be including wolf armor in all of my new sets. Before I update, I'm going to post this video. If anyone has ideas on how to fix this, please comment them, because I will try all of them. As for now, my armor count is 35 out of 2,648. Thank you so much for watching this far, and if you did, I hope your day is amazing. Bye!